Hello and welcome to my channel. Ask me a stock and I will cover it for you to in medium, long to short term perspective based on the studies of Ichimoku and Harmonic Trading Patterns. So if you would like me to cover a stock for you, write it in the comment section and I will try my best to cover it for you. But please do note it should be from the large, mid or small cap segment. It should not be from the unlisted space or any micro cap stock. Please note that. A disclaimer, this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is an educational we talk purely based on the studies of Ichimoku and Harmonic Trading Patterns. Please do your study properly before taking any decision regarding your investing or trading in these stocks. Please also note that no fees is being asked for the above video. It is completely and absolutely free. Now, today's stock is AMS stock is National Aluminium, a Navratna company which gets 73% of its revenue from aluminum, and the balance 27% of its revenue comes from chemicals. It's almost debt free and has been giving a healthy dividend payout of 46%. But however, it should be noted that in the last 5 years, the stock has seen a poor sales growth and decline in margins also. Now, let's have a look at the charts and try to decode what lies ahead for the stock. Now, in the charts I'm going to cover for you is that for not only am I going to cover National Aluminium as a stock, I will also be looking at what the aluminium future prices are suggesting in the MCX and also a comparison of aluminium with the dollar index, something which I found was showing a correlation, which we will cover one by one. So I'm going to start with the quarterly charts of National Aluminium, and you can see that it had a beautiful run from 99 till 2008. That's a subprime, but then we have a large, very large sideways market which lasted for a very long time, 2008 subprime till the pandemic low of 2020. That's 12 years of languishing versus around 9 years of a solid trend. And since then, we are rallying into the fifth year after the pandemic of this, which has been a decent up move right now for the stock. Now, as per uh, the the quarterly charts, you can see that the we had a beautiful breakout out here and then a pullback right into the breakout and then a follow through trend. So breakout, pullback, continuation of trend, of classical pattern formations which take place, and that's a strong strength of the stock which has carried on for. But last 2 quarters, we've seen some heavy selling. This quarter has just started, and right now the stock is just very close to its Ichimoku quarterly baseline support, which is right now at 135 odd with a resistance near 160. But I would hold the resistance for now near 175 and then near 205 for the quarterly charts currently. Good decent volumes also you can see took place in the stock after the pandemic low. So there's a, and again here. So the stock suggests good smart money entry coming in with this rally out here in it. Let's have a look at the monthly chart and try to decode what we can understand out of it right now. In the monthly charts, one can see that it is broken below the Kijun. We still have half the month to go, so it's very crucial that the stock recovers as quickly as possible, at least by the end of the month, above 160, which is the baseline support out here. Then only we would say that the projection. However, failure to, if it continues to stay below this line, it could be in for some more drip. You can see the earlier one in 2022-23 out here. What happened once it goes below the baseline. Luckily, it bounced back soon after a couple of months. Else there is a probability that if it fails to take out 165, it could drift further down towards probably 100 to 75 odd levels in the coming months if there is continued weakness to be seen in the stock like that. So this is an important level one should keep in mind of 165. Then I would say the level of 100 of 200 to 205 would become very crucial for the monthly, which is in line with the quarterly charts. Now let's have a look at what the weekly charts are telling us. In the weekly chart, we can see a retracement which has taken place from the highs, and 50%, almost 60% retracement of the rally which started in June 22 has been retraced. This is the election result low, quite far from that yet, but this is the budget low which we can see out here. Sorry, this is the election low, June, which has been tested. And now let's see what happens further ahead. It has been managed to stop at the Ichimoku support of 145. If 145 does not hold, then the next major support is at 125 to 135, which it needs to protect. Failure to protect 125, like I said in the monthly charts, could lead to further decay down to 85 odd levels. On the upside, there is immediate resistance at 155. Then there is one around, keeping in the progress as time pushes ahead, would be near 175.80, and a big one at 210 for the stock. Before I continue to analyze the stock, let me inform you that my courses on harmonic trading patterns, Ichimoku, and trading psychology, risk management available. These are made in videos along with PDF, level wise, chapter wise, breaking it up into small videos with loads of examples of both bullish and bearish markets. Both Ichimoku and harmonics available in Hindi and English. So whatever be your choice. For the trading psychology, risk management, which is extremely important, to survive in markets, one should, focus on that. But, either we tend to ignore it as traders, or we are not aware. The trading psychology risk management course is extremely detailed and also includes bonus material, which are, other studies with examples of those studies and a brief explanation on how they complement harmonics and Ichimoku at the same time, and how do we do sector stock rotation, identifying the strong ones and the weak ones. It also includes option strategies based on your risk appetite and the current market, on how to go about with which spread or which strategy. And also a course will also show you, like what is the importance of trying to assess your derivative market or your trading psychology, like, a kind of a report card which could be self-made, which I would be helping you with. So if you are interested in learning, you can check out the link in the description box, which has all the details. And if you have any queries or doubts, you can shout out an email to me and I will come back to you on the same. Now let's get back to analyzing the stock. Now, before I, analyze national aluminum in the daily time frame and in the lower time frame and talk about the derivative data, let's have a look at what aluminum future prices are suggesting in the monthly time frame. We do have a lower high kind of thing, but it's quite far too early to say whether it's a full run. But as per Ichimoku, this level of the baseline, the Senka OB, is a fantastic support line out here at 225. Ideally, we should see the prices of aluminum, if the decline should come to a pause out here, or some kind of reversal could be expected. This is solid baseline support. One can also see the price of aluminum was, this was the attempt to breakout, pull back, breakout. So 225 is something to watch out for, aluminum prices, and according to that, one could, review. Also in the weekly, interestingly, you can see that there is a bullish harmonic reciprocal ABCD around 227.28, and also a solid support at 225 in the weekly. So coming very, very close to a bullish harmonic and a strong Ichimoku support line, one could expect aluminum prices to consolidate and reverse on the upside. Failure to hold the level of 210, 215 would be bad. Then we are looking at 195, 185, maybe further lower. Also, in the case of spot aluminum futures in the coming weeks and months, accordingly. So that's aluminum for you. Now, interestingly, this is what I have observed in the aluminum charts versus aluminum future MCX with the dollar index. Now, earlier they used to work inverse to each other. You can see this is the price of aluminum going down. This is the dollar index going up. Again, here again we see the same thing happening out here. So inverse relationship, but this inverse relationship seems to have come to an end from the June 2023. Of course, it's just less than 2 years of data, but that data is showing us absolutely identical reactions taking place in aluminum and the dollar index. You can see out here, both of them moving in the same direction right throughout. And right now you can see, yes, due to the tariff war and we've seen a crack in the dollar index, and so and the price of aluminium out here. Mainly Canada is one of the biggest exporters, so that's another shocking downward move coming out there. But so one hint one could look at is what the dollar index does, or if you are interested in the dollar index, try to keep an eye on the aluminum prices. Aluminum pricing moving up, could also see this one turning on the upside from here in the coming weeks or months like that. This correlation, like I said, has just started from June 23, not before that. Before that, it was always inverse to the relationship, at least from the month of February till June. That's 1.5 year was totally inverse in relation. Now let's come back to national aluminium, and in the daily, before I get into that, the derivative data of that one day, that is on the what we call the, on Friday, price is down quite significantly. You can see out here 0.1 0.6%, mainly very strong opening and then give up, but there is 3.6% short covering in the stock. So that's a good news from a buyer's point of view. The last 5 trading day data is seen the stock fall by 16%, but OI change is also barely 15% in that, which means that the last 5 days main dump has not been backed by fresh shorting in it. It's very little shorting, which is pushing the price down on the way down. Now, the smart money is not shorting it at current levels. In fact, Fridays is kind of a short covering thing. Anyway, in the daily time frame, we do have a gap down, which the entire market saw on Monday. So that's your first resistance, 150, 155, and then a big one at around 175. You can see there's a lot of consolidation in this zone before the stock tumbled on the way down. So from a trader's point of view, we want to see this part taken out, and then the momentum should build up for upside. Right now, it's quite wobbly out here. Let's have a look at the hourly time frame and try to assess what is the scene out here in the hourly time frame. Again, totally below the cloud. Some short covering, yes, in the hourly could be spotted out here. In fact, more of it on was there on the day before that, not on Friday. There's so much more on Wednesday. Now, going forward, we need this gap taken out, and then this 175, which is identical. Failure to hold 140, like we already discussed, would push the price down to 125, which is the most crucial level for the stock. So, in my assessment, as a investor in the stock, I would be looking at the level of 125 very closely if I do accumulate now, because below 125, I fear that the stock could push further down towards 85 odd levels. Use that level for a short to medium term exit point of view, if I enter now, I would be getting on the upside. I would get more aggressive once it starts sustaining above 175. Between the current price of 143 to 175 would be more of buy support, sell resistance for me. Not too aggressive, especially you can see out here, and then assess the stock accordingly moving forward. Now, the stock had completed its quarterly minimum Ichimoku price theory target before the retracement took place. If we see a bottoming out of the stock in this zone and a reversal take place, whether we're calling it from here or whether we are calling it from further down on the upside target for the stock in my reading is close to 300 bucks. So of course, yes, compared to its previous high, that's just a 20% up move, but that from current level, it's almost double in that sense. So one could use funds more on the either on the breakout on the upside or more on the uh, near the major support levels. You can one could try also near 125, 130, keeping 125 on a weekly basis closing. That's the catch of it. That if the 125 holds, else could be in danger for the short term in that sense. Now, I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and happy investing.